Star Wars going on hiatus, taking a break. Aren't we all really hoping for that right now? So we're seeing that many people are reporting on this that Bob Iger in the shareholders meeting is talking about Star Wars and that they're taking a break, and again reiterating the lie that they made too many movies too fast. Here's the Cinema Blend article saying that they're going to go on hiatus for a few years before the next Star Wars feature. And down here, they won't be having any Star Wars for a while. And of course, Bob Iger down here at the bottom says Bob Iger took the blame for the performance of Solo: A Star Wars Story. And in here, they're just saying, you know, they released too many movies too fast. So what you can't explain, number one, is where's Kathleen Kennedy's statement as to why all these movies are not doing so well, why it's not performing like they expected, what's actually going on. We see no statement from her. We also see that, again, Bob Iger taking the blame. I thought she's all for women's rights and this is all about women now. Well, that means you got to take the good with the bad. Show up. Put out a statement saying, yes, we're taking time off from Star Wars. I don't think we've done very well, and continue on, Take the blame. Take the hit for it. Other people do. Don't, you've had so many directors now, we all know Benioff and Weiss have left Star Wars for, Netflix. They just shook $250 million in front of their face and they ran off. I mean, you only do that if you know the house is burning where you are and you need to get out, right? That's the only thing you know. So I continue to wonder why they don't get the message. I mean, there's so many people out here on YouTube everywhere who are talking about Star Wars. They're talking about some good things about Star Wars that they like. The Force Awakens was an okay introduction. Rogue One, take it or leave it. I've watched it twice, and now I'm like, okay, there's no rewatchability there. Solo I saw once and realized that it was next to the worst movie I've ever seen. The worst movie I've ever seen being The Last Jedi, of course. But they don't get that the reason their movies aren't performing like they are is because they're not making very good movies. You flip over to the other side of Disney, the Marvel channel, they're doing 3 movies a year. Some are kind of misses. Some do just okay. Some are, huge, gigantic blockbusters, just like blow everything out of the water. And you got to be able to take that. You can't have your low ones be hated, right? You can't have people say, I hate that movie, and have it, be reviled. I mean, I never go into a Marvel movie and watch through the whole Marvel movie in the theater. I never roll my eyes. I never have to. I never have to go, oh my God, why do they do that? I never have to go think to myself, I'm with a bunch of other people right now in the theater that I came with, but I really want to get up and go ask for my money back. I never do that with a Marvel movie. Star Wars? Yeah. I mean, my eyes will come out hurting after the movie because I've been, rolling my eyes so much going, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is so stupid, right? You don't get that at Marvel, and they're producing 3 movies a year. Star Wars, they're barely making a movie a year, and they can't even get that right. So that all leads me to believe that whoever's running the plan is the one who needs to be changed. And I think everybody can have a consensus on that. Even step Bob Iger out, because he obviously can't get a grip on what's going on there either, along with the head secretary, Kathleen Kennedy, who George Lucas used to just say, Kathleen Kennedy is the hold my beer person when George Lucas was going to do something. Here, hold my beer, and then he would go off and do something crazy, right? That's her. So now we're going to have, this next film come out, and I was thinking to myself, let's see what excuses they're going to have. Let's see what things are going to come up when we go to the theater and say why is it not doing so well? What's going on? So here we go. So as we get closer, like November 15th, Charlie's Angels is going to tank hard. I mean, I don't think more people will probably go see Ford versus Ferrari than Charlie's Angels because no one ever wants to go see Kristen Stewart in any movie. I don't think Elizabeth Banks can pull that one out. I can't even express how my wife made me sit through one of the Twilight movies, and my eye-rolling muscle and stuff, it was at home so I could leave the room. But yeah, man, and she can't be sleeping with the director this time, right? Because Elizabeth Banks is married to a guy. So, and I don't think she flips that way. So I don't think that's going to help Kristen Stewart out at all, or the movie in any way. I'm very interested in Ford versus Ferrari. My wife Mrs. Tech Show has her pride and joy, which is her Ford Mustang that sits in the garage and doesn't go anywhere. But I have to buy her another one at some point. But anyway, so we're going to be probably seeing that. So the next movie that's coming up is going to be Frozen, and that's going to have some staying power, right? That's going to be able to hold the rest of the month. I think every weekend after that is going to be Frozen 2 for a couple of weeks. I mean, you got all the people, once you get into the holidays, I'm sure that Thanksgiving is going to be filled with all the kids and the parents and everything going seeing Frozen over and over again. The matinees are going to be packed. So that's going to do really well. I'm sure that's another $1 billion movie. I'm really interested in Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Mr. Rogers. I grew up on that, so that's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be a huge blockbuster, but it's going to be a really good film to watch. Of course, getting close here, Knives Out. I've checked our theater. The special event preview showing of this film now has 7 people attending in a giant theater. It's hilarious. I checked the rest of the weekend. I checked all of the screens in my local theater, and there was one other seat sold the entire weekend. So be aware, there's a reason this has a 98, and when it comes out, the moviegoer review is gonna be real low. If you can find anybody who goes to see it. I mean, right now there's a total for the entire opening week of this movie at my local theater, which I check that theater because I know it's one that's close to me that I'm going to go to, that I know how big the screens are and things like that. I'd always check that one because, it's personal to me and I'm familiar with it. So yeah, 8 seats. There's one theater that has 1 seat sold in the middle. They're going to have the greatest showing ever because it's going to be all just to themselves. How many empty theaters is that going to be? So that's going to be no threat to anything at all for the entire weekend. Hopefully it'll be out of the theaters within a week. So now we're coming down. So yes, December 20th is the Rise of Skywalker. Rise, or in this case, maybe the Fall of Skywalker. But 1 week before, what do we see here? Jumanji, The Next Level. What movie basically destroyed The Last Jedi last time? I think that, Dwayne Johnson has a good formula, and he's definitely got the gumption to say, where are we going to put this? We did great last time against Star Wars. Let's go up against Star Wars again. We'll do awesome. And they're going to. They're going to basically just blow them out of the water. The projections that I was looking up for Jumanji are more than double what the first one was. I'm definitely going to go see that one the first weekend, right when it opens. I think maybe the next weekend. Well, I have tickets already to the fan event for Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, which oddly enough, were extremely easy to get. How does that happen? A Star Wars film that you can easily get tickets the opening weekend. I've checked the other theater screens, as I typically do for my local theater for Rise of Skywalker, and that weekend, most of the theaters are maybe a quarter sold, maybe. So, not very good at all. I don't think it's going to have a very good opening weekend. I wouldn't mind even just going the next weekend, and after I see Rise of Skywalker, just go over to the next theater and see Jumanji again. I mean, the first one was such a hit, and the rewatchability of Jumanji, the first Jumanji, is just off the hook. I mean, we watch that over and over again. You're getting ready to go to sleep, need a movie to put on, we'll put on Jumanji and watch that. So then we have Star Wars coming out, and everybody's pretty much stayed away from the month after that, which I think is only going to help Jumanji, right? I don't think it's going to do anything for Rise of Skywalker or the Fall of Skywalker. I think it's just going to only help Jumanji. I think Star Wars is going to kill itself. In other words, there are no Star Wars movies for a while. Well, the next one wasn't slated till December of 2022, so that's a few years. Maybe they could. I don't think they'll get their act together or anything by then, so maybe they'll skip that one and go to the 2024 one. I don't know. We still have the Kevin Feige maybe Star Wars movie up in the air. I don't know if I haven't heard that that's been killed or anything, but that is interesting that's happening. But looking at box office here, back at box office, is the next thing that's coming out that's big is January 17th, which is Robert Downey Jr. in Dr. Dolittle. And that's probably going to kill. That's probably going to do really well. Robert Downey Jr. has just been a good box office draw from Iron Man to Avengers movies. He has done some hit and miss. We're waiting for, the next Sherlock Holmes, which was always big. I mean, there have been some other smaller things that he's done, but Dolittle looks really, really good, like it's going to be really fun. So that's the only competition afterwards. I mean, the Birds of Prey isn't until February, so that's way out there. But yeah, this is going to be the battle right here. Jumanji, the Fall of Skywalker. That's going to be, the battle right there. And my bet's on Jumanji. I mean, it did almost $1 billion with the first time, with very little advertising, just word of mouth. So now you're going to get all of those people that paid the money to get it to $1 billion that first weekend and that first week, and even the next week. I mean, are you going to go to a movie and see, do we want to see Star Wars? No, I don't know. That's, average people are like, what's Star Wars? No, I don't really care about Star Wars. They're not going to care. We saw that Jumanji last year. Yeah, okay. Let's go see that. That was a lot of fun. And that's what people want, right? They want to go to the movies, have fun. They don't want identity politics. They don't want, social justice crap. They don't want any of that, right? They want a good cast. They want people that have got a good story and to be adventurous and funny, right? Just getting it down to the basics. So, I wish somebody around here could go and talk to Bob Iger. Just sit him down and just say, can I just have 5 minutes with you? I would, just be able to just go up to him and say, hello, you killed my Star Wars. Prepare to die. No, not that. Just go up to him and explain to him. No, it's not. It's not that you made too many Star Wars movies. It's not it at all. It's that you made bad Star Wars movies. And Star Wars movies that people don't like. And Star Wars movies that are just a rehash of old crap that, we've been here before. We've done this thing. This is the same story you did before. And then, garbage. and then more garbage, then social justice, and oh, we got to be ultimately got to be diverse. It's like, no. I mean, that's what Terminator's finding out. You can be diverse and be all inclusive and everything else, all this other stuff, but if you don't have a good story and you're just throwing that in people's faces, nobody's going to go see the movie. Hence the $100 million loss on that one, basically killing the Terminator franchise. So I don't know. They're not going to get it. They're not going to understand. I mean, people are running away from Lucasfilm and Star Wars and stuff. I have a friend who quit and changed jobs recently who used to work at Lucasfilm. So it's kind of, maybe it's, I don't know. I think all the people who have common sense are leaving, so all we're going to be left are the crazy people. I don't know. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on with this Star Wars thing. My kind of take on it. I haven't watched anybody else's videos on it, but I saw this and I'm like, Iger's taking the bullet for her again, and they're just going to protect her over and over and over again, when really they need to bring her up and just say, here's the problem. She has no idea what she's doing, and we need some different leadership. But, Hollywood will never do that to anybody unless they're not woke enough. If you're not woke enough, then you get on the cancel culture train, So I don't know. I'm hoping. So this is the other thing. So we have the Kevin Feige maybe Star Wars film, and then Jon Favreau doing the Mandalorian. Well, now we're having all of our Marvel push into. It's like, well, Marvel's working, so let's bring some of them over to Star Wars. And I'm wondering if that's Bob Iger trying to say, we have a vote of no confidence in Kathleen Kennedy, and we need some things that we have confidence in brought over. And maybe that's what's going to be in a restructuring, going to kind of bring some more of the directors and producers and things from Marvel over to Star Wars, and maybe that will help. I don't know until you get rid of the core part of it. I think Star Wars is going to be done for a while. And according to Bob Iger, it's done for a while. So, all right. Well, if you like Star Wars, if you hate Star Wars, if you think I'm completely wrong about what I'm talking about, then comment and tell me where you think I'm wrong. And we'll have a good discussion about it, because I would love to be wrong. I would love to think that Star Wars is going to be good again and all that. But until then, no. All right. Well, thanks for watching this one. Like, share, subscribe, all those different things. Take care.